Yes, hello there. I have a reservation for 15 tickets under the name Lilly Carver. Actually, my students should have already checked in, those that were able to come. I'm afraid I'm a little late, what with the traffic, so if you could just direct me to the gift shop, that is where I told everyone to meet, and... You say that no one else has claimed a ticket under that name? Are you quite sure? At least a few students. Well, they said they were interested, even though this isn't an official, required field trip. I was sure that a few would still want to come. None at all. Oh, then I'm sorry. It'll just be the one ticket for me. And I suppose you can give the others away to... Oh, hello! I'm sorry, you startled me by putting your hand there. Wait, what are you doing here? I was certain that you said you had to work today and wouldn't be able to come. I know because I was very disappointed. Nothing. Are you not working then? You got out of it. Oh, you shouldn't have done that. Not for a simple museum trip. I know I talked up how wonderful this mixed media poetry collaboration exhibit is going to be, but it's hardly worth giving up your shift when I know you need the money. Oh, but of course, you're here for the extra credit. That makes sense. Oh, you wanted to come just because it was for my class. That's very kind of you. I'm glad you seem to value the art community more than your peers. Nope, not a one showed up. They must all be very busy, so, it's just going to be you and I today. Just the two of us. Oh, but don't feel like you have to walk around with me. You can take your own pace and just remember to take notes on your program and turn it in to me later. Really, you can do your own thing. I mean, who wants to be seen in public with their professor after all? Oh, but that's not to suggest that I don't want to tour the museum with you if you wish. I just didn't want you to feel obligated. I'm very used to doing these things by myself, is all. All right then, if you insist. Shall we be off? Since it's not very large, this museum is easy to walk in a circular pattern, so if we just follow the map, then we'll be at the poetry installation in no time. I promise this won't take up your entire day, and it will be worthwhile. I'll even treat you to a coffee at the cafe once we're done, and I promise not to spill it on you this time, though by now I imagine you might be sick of me giving you coffee. I do promise I'm adept at giving other things as well. Oh. Before I forget, I just wanted to say I'm very proud of you. In a short time, you've really turned your grades around and gotten yourself back on track. I see the incredible effort you're putting in, and the dedication you have to your education. I know these times are difficult, and you can wonder if all your studies are worth it. But being able to watch over you, seeing you come into your own slowly but surely, it feels a little like being a spectator, watching an underdog athlete take step after step towards beating a world record. Even if you're tired, and your metaphorical feet are sore, I can see how close you are to that goal, and I won't stop cheering you on. That degree is as good as yours. Oh my, while I was blabbing, we walked right past the photography room. I love the portraits in there. I really admire photographers for how they can capture so much life in a single moment. If you have time, we should circle back later so you can see my favorite piece. It's an image of a young girl at a circus with fireworks reflected in her eyes. She looks absolutely enraptured. I imagine that's how I must have looked the first time I saw the Nutcracker performed. Oh, speaking of which, do you remember what you said to me during our last session after you got changed? And I'm very sorry again for spilling on you. That thing about how it was a shame that I chose to give up dance the way that I did. Well, it turns out that professors are allowed to audit, sit in really, on certain courses if they have permission, and I spoke to the dean of the dance department, and she said I'd be more than welcome to join in on a few of their classes should I wish. So I thought I might try doing that. I look terrified. Oh, well, I am. It's sure to be a disaster, since I hardly know what I'm doing anymore, but thank you for encouraging me the way that you did. You caught me by surprise, I'll admit. It's a little odd to have the student encouraging the teacher, but it's nothing less than what I'd expect from such a wonderful individual as yourself. Truly, you are a cut above the rest. Ah, here it is. I'll just grab 2 specialty programs from the man in the corner. Could I get 2? Share one with my date. Oh, no, this is not a date. He's my student. 2 programs, please. 2. Thank you. Here you go. Ah, yes, it's lovely, isn't it? Artists and poets working together to create so many pieces. It was such a fun experience. Yes, I didn't tell anyone that I was one of the featured poets, only because I didn't want everyone to feel as though they had to come. I'm not trying to showboat. I really did want the class to experience all the hard work and incredible talent of the other artists' pieces. Which one is mine? It's just there, in the back, the orange and brown canvas. My partner really did an amazing job with what little she was given by way of my poem. It is hard to see a bit, isn't it? Read it to you. Oh, I couldn't possibly. Not when I really thought you weren't going to even make it to see it, so, no. I do know that was part of the point of seeing the exhibit. All right, sure. The piece is called From the Night Side. Across a canyon, a new sun rises, beaming bright, fair, and blinding, as one foolish owl watches, eyes burning, with the beauty of it. What does it mean? Oh, don't worry about that. It's, not important. Lots of other works to see, and I promise by the end of the day you'll have earned that extra credit. Well, let's continue on, shall we?